Hey everybody, guess who it is? Of course, it's me, your psychic Christine Wallace, and thank you so much for being here. I want to thank my new listeners, and it seems like I'm getting a lot of listeners from a lot of different countries. So welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're understanding English or at least having a translation app or whatever that's helping you to understand everything that I'm saying. But that's awesome. I'm so happy to see that there are so many people listening from everywhere. How great is that? And not only that, I hope that all of my podcast episodes, or at least some of them, have resonated with you and you have found them helpful. So, what I would love for you guys to do is please go ahead and send me an email or leave a comment and let me know how these podcasts have helped you in any way, shape, or form. Reviews on my podcast would be awesome. So that way other people can also gain some clarity and insight as well. And sharing means caring. If you know someone that you do think that this podcast would be helpful to, please share the link. Share the link. I would appreciate all of that. If you can do that, that would be great. And that way, I want to give you my best self. I want to bring to you instructions and information to help you understand the world as much as I can and help you through your spiritual and life's journey. So, with that being said, I just created an awesome course, and I'll tell you what motivated me to build this course for you. I have a lot of clients, a lot, who are women, and a lot of my girls are struggling in love and relationships and having a really hard time in that department. And mostly, that's what people come to me to get answers on. So, with that being said, I felt a tremendous amount of empathy and I wanted to create something that can be available to you that you can always look back to. So, I made this beautiful course and it's called Smart Heart. And I'm going to leave a link in the bottom of this podcast so you can go ahead and check it out. But what it's going to do, let's talk about what this course is actually going to do for you. It's going to help you discover the patterns and dynamics that shape your relationships. And it's going to help you gain a deeper understanding of your own behaviors and how they impact your partnerships. It's not always on you, and but there are maybe some things that you're bringing into the relationship situation that you're not conscious of. So this course will help bring it up. And it's also going to help you learn effective techniques to heal past emotional wounds, let go of negative relationship patterns that may be holding you back from experiencing the love and happiness that you're looking for. And the biggest part is working on self-awareness and exploring your own values and needs and desires so that you can establish a solid foundation for healthy connections and gain clarity on who you are and what you're truly seeking in a partner, because a lot of us get into relationships and focus so much on what do I need to be to make you happy with me without sitting back sometimes and thinking to ourselves, wait a minute, what is actually going to make me happy? So this course is going to bring that kind of stuff out. It's also going to help you to learn some powerful communication strategies that enhance understanding, resolve conflicts, and deepen emotional connection with your partner. So it doesn't matter if you're in a relationship now, because that this can still be helpful to strengthening the bond in your current relationship. If you're single, this is still awesome for you, meaning this course. I mean, wherever you are in your love life, I built it around kind of any situation that you're in. And sorry about this, the men who listen to this podcast, but this course was built for women. I made it with women in mind. So maybe there are guys that may listen to this and find that they're not really relating to what's going on. And one of the subjects that I touch on well, I don't touch on, I give really a whole story about it as to why some guys these days, and there are girls as well, ghost you. You know, the reason is in there. So you're going to be able to understand why that actually happens. And you might be surprised as to what the answer or multiple answers to this question could be. But a lot of it has to do with avoidance of conflict. So I'll just tell you that one right now. So, what is also included in this course is you are going to get a quiz. There's lots of video and audio stuff for you, and a lot of written content as well. There's a 30-day spiritual planner in there because I do want you to lean into your spiritual life. If you are too much in your head, let me tell you something, that is an issue. A lot of people think that that's the right way to be, but nothing could be further from the truth because as human beings, we have a soul, we have a spirit, and we need to take care of that. Because if we're not taking care of our spiritual life and practicing something that we believe in, whatever that might be, you know what happens? It starts to feel like you're just an empty shell. And this opens the door to, sadly, like a depression because you can be in your head a lot, right? But sometimes you find yourself just spinning around in circles because a lot of times in life, more so than not, believe it or not, you end up empty-handed when you're thinking a lot. And that can be really frustrating if you don't have any spiritual beliefs and you're trying to dissect and analyze everything, and you just, like I said, end up spinning around and around in circles. So, what we want to do, of course, is get everything. You know, I don't want my services for you to be only spiritual or only logical or only anything because life isn't that way. It's a combination of things. So I'm going to have to communicate logically, spiritually, and emotionally as well because there are many things, you know. Well, at the end of the day, I guess we can break it up into three parts. What we're looking at is the mind, the body, and the spirit. That's what we got. And there are, you know, little variations of each one of those, but that's the short story is the mind, body, and spirit. But yeah, I have to cover all of those for you, and you need to have an awareness that there is more to you than just your brain. And the other thing is that you are more than your mind. You are not your mind. And you have probably heard me say this in previous episodes. The mind is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. Think about that. The mind is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. So when we take our mind, and if our mind is telling us what to do, that's like a car without a driver. And that's why the mind ends up going around in circles. It is us that need to have our minds serve us. The mind is a tool to help us solve problems. So basically, you are your soul. You're the soul, and you're the one that directs the mind. You're the one that directs your body. You're the one that comes up with the plan, and the brain is like an assistant to help you reach those goals. So that's what it is. It's like a really awesome assistant. But when we're not doing things in the correct order or putting the carriage before the horse and everything is working in reverse, then we end up spinning around in circles. Just like I said, it's like a car without a driver. And we start to experience or have negative intrusive thoughts. We start to become depressed. We start to feel lost. We lose our mojo. We lose our self-esteem. We lose our confidence because for whatever reason, this is where I go to the spiritual, our mind starts becoming the enemy when it's supposed to serve us. Now, if we take that and we look at it spiritually, okay, a lot of people do believe that the devil works with a person's mind, and I am a real believer in that. So what we want to do is bombard it with positivity, okay? And I hope that I have helped you do that in listening to these episodes because that's my goal, to help you to overcome negativity. And my next episode, we're going to do some affirmations and some meditation. So, yeah, that's going to come up in my next episode. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific time, I'm going to go live radio. So please be sure to subscribe so you can get a notification as to when that happens because I'd love for you guys to be there. I feel like I want to know you more. I'd love to get to know my listeners more, so I'd love for you to listen in and subscribe to my live show, my live radio show. I would love, love, love for you also to subscribe to my newsletter in my website so you can have notifications of all the little like stuff that I have that's coming up because there are a lot of new services and a lot of specials and a lot of events. I'm doing a lot of different things. I'm doing online events too, so you want to hear about that, right? You want to participate in that. And I'm also going to be doing like giving away some free gifts and stuff. So, yeah. So, oh, getting back to the course, I did forget to mention that once you're finished with your course, you are going to be able to have a 20-minute psychic consultation with me via phone. And if the phone doesn't work for you, and I do have WhatsApp, by the way, as well. But if the phone doesn't work for you, we can do, believe it or not, a reading via email. I would just need some basic information from you. But after you finish the course and you want to get your reading done, all you have to do is contact me, send me a message, and I'll tell you everything that I need from you if you need to do a reading via email. I can also tell you that now. I would need your first name, date of birth to tune into that. Your energy, your time of birth, or just date of birth is actually good enough. A picture is super helpful. And it would also be helpful if you're asking about someone else if I have a picture of that person. And you should definitely, put your questions in that email as well, so I can address not only what I see naturally, but you can get specific answers to your questions as well. So, thank you again. Below, I'm going to put a link to my course page, a link to my website, because, like I said, I would love for you to subscribe so I can get to know you better. And you're already here in Podbean or Apple or wherever you're listening to me from. So, like I said, I have a live show tomorrow, Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, which is California time, if you're listening in from another country. So, California time. And I am looking forward to serving you, and I would love to hear uh, how you're enjoying the course. I want to know if these podcasts are helping or in any way, shape, or form. I want to know what services you've tried and if you found them beneficial. Because you know what? If nothing is working that I'm doing for you, I'll just stop. So, with that being said, your feedback is so important to me. Thank you, everybody. Sending you lots of love and lots of light. And I want to wish you all the very best of luck. And like I said, I'm looking forward to serving you in the very near future. And yeah, remember what I said. The mind is a wonderful servant and a terrible master. And make sure you're subscribed so you can get a notification every time I upload a new episode. Love you. Talk to you again soon. Bye bye now.